Let's go!
Hey everybody, Coach Scott here, and today I want to ask you a question, and that is, are you a people pleaser? Are you a people pleaser? You see, as a life coach and health coach, I have often fallen into a trap of being a people pleaser. I wanted people to like me. I want people to experience me at the full and really get something from the relationship. And what I've learned is that you will not be loved or even liked by everyone. No matter what you do, everybody's not gonna like you and everybody's not gonna love you. And early in my career, one of the things I would always do is I'd always try to say yes to almost anything that anybody asked me to do. And it didn't matter what was on my schedule. I always tried to please everybody. And while this seems to be a good way to make people like you and respect you, it's just the opposite. It often leaves you feeling overwhelmed, and it makes you feel run down and makes you feel pressed by time, and the stress and anxiety of always having to do something for somebody else is not going to lead you to your highest level of yourself. And this is the trap of people pleasing. And many times the yes is motivated by a desire for other people to accept us or to validate us. And again, guess what? At the end of the day, if you're always saying yes to someone else and no to yourself, you're going to find yourself at a deficit. So many people will say yes out of feelings of guilt or shame or making sure that you're trying to always please other people. And if you do that, what you're doing is probably allowing the emotion of fear to be your guide. And fear should never be the reason that you say yes to somebody. But fear can also lead you to an emotional state called the fear of missing out. A lot of people have this. We call it FOMO, F-O-M-O, the fear of missing out. And the fear of missing out is when we convince ourselves that we'll miss out on an opportunity, or we'll miss an experience, or if we don't say yes now, this thing will never come back around to us, and that we can't get it back if we don't say yes right now. And this is a scarcity mentality. And you can't live life to the full and be all that you were created to be with a scarcity mentality. What comes out will always go back in at some level. What you put out there will come back to you. Now, it might not come back to you in the same channels that you put it out there in, but it will come back to you. And sometimes I've realized that the healthiest thing you can do for yourself is to just say no. Just say no. You know, Nike came out with a commercial or a slogan a while back, just do it. You know, that means just do something. Just don't stop. Just stop thinking about it. Just do it. Just go into action. But sometimes going into action means you have to say no to some things, because in reality, every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. Make no mistake about that. So today I want to talk to you about some tips that I think will help guide you as you evaluate your yeses and you evaluate your nos. First thing is, you have to accept the fact that you cannot please everybody. We talked about this earlier. You can do everything you want to be the nicest person, always say yes, always go the extra mile and the second mile. But some people are just not going to like you. Some people are not going to love you. And some people are not going to appreciate you. Number two, you always say yes to your family and your friends first. And you need to make this a priority in your life, that every time you can say yes to your family and your real friends, you need to do that first, because that will bring you the most enjoyment and that will bring you the greatest experience. And number three, say yes to things that matter to you most. And this is very important. Many people live their lives trying to please other people, and they say yes to the things that matter to them. And what it does, it robs you of the yes that you need to be saying to yourself, the things that matter to you most. So get in the habit of saying yes to you first. Make you a priority in your life, and then you'll be able to give your life away to others at a greater dimension in the future. And number four, don't allow fear to guide your decision to say yes or no. Remember, fear of shame, fear of guilt, fear of doubt, fear of missing opportunities, fear of missing out, all those are very poor indicators and motivators for a true yes. And then number five, and I think this is very important, you got to learn how to say no graciously. You got to say thank you, but no thank you. And if you'll do that, it will make people respect you more, because it will put a priority on your time and your schedule. The one thing you can never get back is your time. And your time has to have a premium value placed on it. And when you develop the skill of saying no, it will make you honor and appreciate yourself even more. And the pain of saying no will always be less than the pain of saying yes that leads you to regret in your future. So learn to say no, learn to be the best version of yourself, learn to put a priority and a time limit on the things that you say yes to for other people, and learn to make sure that you put yourself, your family, your friends, and the thing that matters most to you at the top of your yes list. And if you'll do that, I do believe and declare you will be all that you were created to be. God bless you guys. Take care. We'll see you soon.